One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. He'll bring it out. It's Lawrence. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Quarterback making checks. They'll start this drive going to the air. Plucks it out of the air. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Back to pass on second down. Got his man in the middle. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, that's a great job on the blitz, getting the sack. He's showing you his speed right there. And with that play, he's making some of the great Golden Domer linebackers of old proud. Guys like Manti Te'o, Jalen Smith. How about Michael Stonebreaker? One of the all-time great names in college football history. Looking on, proud of what they're seeing from this young man. This dude...
intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Now the toss. Powers through the defender. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run play action. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And this offense comes out first down, tries to run the football, no answer. Second down, they go for the pass, they give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game with two great plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. And he missed it. No good. After the miss, no change in the score.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. Running back searching for a hole. Pretty good job of running to get there to the 32.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Here we go. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the right. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
The play-action fake. Skips away from pressure. Now he'll fire back into the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
Now facing a third and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
The Sun Devils will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I can go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down the end zone.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Quickly complete. At the 40, there he goes. He's loose on the right. Into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. That is brutal. An explosive play like that to be wiped out by a mistake. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Harvin. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football, and now you're rewarded with third and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Boom. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Off-play action on first down. Quarterback extends the play. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And a quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Massey. Turning it on. That's a fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
They'll start this drive going to the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Trying to change now on second and long. Now the play fake. Going for the big play. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And it didn't take long early in the game. That's the matchup everybody has their eyes on. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best DBs in the game. They're going to be going toe-to-toe all game long. That time, the defender comes away with an early win in the matchup. But the war is not over. We're going to see many more battles as this game goes.
Going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
That's just not the start you're expecting to see from this guy. Obviously, it's a big game. There's a lot of pressure. The crowd is loud. But we've seen 2 drops in the first quarter from this guy. He's got to crank it up.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake on first down. Throws for the tight end. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they turn it into a defensive score.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick six.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Florida State is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by 10 to Clemson. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Complete to the left. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Buys a little time. On the move to the right and looking for a big one.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off, but I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats.
7, Arizona State 0.
So after the break, they'll go back to work. Leaves it with the running back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He'll throw it. Got his man on the right. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Massey. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Sun Devils will have it 1st and 10. Here we go, set. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the inside give. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It'll be 3rd and long. The offense changing the play. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. grabbed in the middle. It's Massey. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple of yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
The Sun Devils trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your friends.
And the extra point was good. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the 2nd quarter. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Snagged out of the air. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to 3rd down. 3rd down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on 3rd down, I still got that 4th down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Irish! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Sun Devils will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here come the Irish back on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Out of the gun, the inside give. Got the first down and more. Lots of running room. The tag. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
Notre Dame, 21. Arizona State, 7.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Reddick. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The Sun Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Massey. Shakes off the defender. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but...
And the sack! All the way back at the 5.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. On the double. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. There he goes. Got enough space. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting the long touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas State is just getting blown off the field right now, and at this rate, I'm not sure this won't get worse. They're trailing by 14 to Kansas. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Looking to scramble. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. Got a little space. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, mark it at the 47. And with that last carry, into triple digits, over 100 yards for the day.
And he's showing you power. He's showing you speed. He's showing you make you miss. He really is showing you he's a complete back. And by the way, it's still the first half.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. There he goes. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
To the air on first down. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Man, I like the response by this defense. They've given up some yards, gotten all the way down here near the goal line, but 2 straight plays, 2 straight incompletions, now forcing a 3rd down. They'll be happy to get out of this drive with just 3 points.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that 3rd down, and now the offense is in an interesting situation.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Field goal is good. And now the lead is extended a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down. Got it set up on the outside. Breaks into the open. Across the 40 out of bounds and the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the 2nd quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, and get a little juju going.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Hit as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Going over the top. He's got it inside the 30. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
I think you got to give the coaching staff a lot of credit, too. Even though this guy has thrown 2 interceptions, they're still calling plays and being aggressive in the passing game, letting him take shots, and now it's paying off.
Makes the catch. It's Massey. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is
a shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half,
and he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking downfield on first down. Gonna take a shot. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Off and running. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Irish.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made the extra point without problem. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lawrence. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Gets rid of it. A strike downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got...
He'll take a deep shot here. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, the offense is trying to put the defense on their heels. On the second play of the drive, they completed a big one. And on the third play, they take another shot. Didn't come up with that one, but wouldn't surprise me if they tried again here.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He's not afraid to go deep. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because...
Going for it all. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Arizona State, 7.
Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And the defense finally stops him, right? He's had a heck of a day, and they're taking a shot down the field to him. And I think they've gone to their go-to guy because he's put up numbers, and he's been productive, and he's got that speed on the outside. Defense has definitely got an eye on him and kind of saying, hey, we got to make sure we take him away.
Here's a heat. Blasted as he lets it go. This time he's got it. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Makes the grab. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be.
Turning it on! And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Direct snap. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they take it in for 6 more points. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent, this one's over.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Colorado is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things at Folsom Field. Trust me when I tell you that. Guess what I'm saying is, a comeback could be in the cards. They're trailing by 13 to South Alabama. Obviously, big implications here in the Sun Belt, and as this one plays out, we'll keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Caught in the backfield, it's Massey.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Touchdown, Notre Dame! Special teams proving to be special. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And, Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And the extra point splits the uprights.
Arizona State, 7.
Coming out with it, it's Reddick. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Rolling right and going deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they...
There he goes! Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Takes a hit as he fires.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Off play action. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Gets the back moving. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. Here come the Irish back on offense. They've been dominated. Now they'll try to execute to their own standard. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, the ground game. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Trying to get the edge on the right. Oh, he's got some space. The 10. Touchdown, Irish. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Here he comes with the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Going right to work up top. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
We've seen a lot of good hands in the back end of this defense in this game. They've got multiple interceptions. That was not a good example, though. That should have been another one, but they say people play defense for a reason.
Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
And the Sun Devils with the 1st and 10. Throwing right. Got a man. It's Mahoney. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. The Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback may change this route. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Got his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Let's go. They want to throw it. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Finds his tight end. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. Soft spot in the middle. Stumbled to the ground.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Here we go.
From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in. It's Lawrence. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the third quarter. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Fires to the right. Looking for the goal line.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game, so maybe they can find...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting, and they're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched, but here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know, next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
He'll return it. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
But with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Wants to go up top on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Massey. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away, but you're trailing here in the fourth quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
A first down.
And the Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Wants to throw again. Looking deep. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. It was just too easy, and he didn't look it in.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
He's got him. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground he covered to pick up the 1st.
Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number 1. Understand it. Late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side.
3rd down play from the gun. Using the quick game. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. The Sun Devils have their offense in high gear. To the air. It's Luck. Takes the easy one to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Lawrence. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
4th and 1. I think everybody in the stadium knew what was coming. It was going to be QB sneak, trying to get some push. Quarterback, see if you can find a crease, pick up the 1st, keep the drive alive.
And the Sun Devils back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Firing to the right, complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Looking for the score. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over. And the defense is going to have more plays like that. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with the stop. Maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
The throw to the outside is complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping...
Oh, he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Ball was loose in their own end zone, and the defense recovered it for a touchdown.
And how about this defense? Pinning their ears back, being aggressive near the goal line. They could smell it, maybe trying to get the safety, but even better, force the fumble, fall on top of it. Touchdown for this defense.
And they tacked on the extra point. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. D showing blitz, they might be bluffing. On the option. Now the toss. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
This quarterback is making outstanding decisions so far in this game, and you've already seen it throwing the football. The guy already has over 200 yards passing, but he's doing it in the running game as well. Really good decision that time. Seeing nobody accounting for the pitch guy, you flip it out, you pick up a nice play offensively. Really good football IQ from the quarterback position.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back can get some positive yards.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Snap to the back. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again.
And just leaving no doubt in this one, right? Fourth down, they've got the lead, running the ball and picking up the first. They're going to ice this game, David.
You talk about 2-minute drills. This is how you end the ball on an offensive 2-minute drill when you're winning. Run the clock out, run the football, be physical, watch it go to zeros.
On the ride with the run on first and goal. He stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He reached into his bag for that move, and it didn't get him loose at all.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big second down here, probably expecting the offense to throw it with a little bit more room to work with.
Direct snap. It's Moncrief.